This is Chie Satonaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt.
Hey there.
Maddie Lynn.
Hiya.
Trying to do the sounds that we were just making before or something?
No.
You're just, I don't know what you're doing.
Squeezing her cheeks.
Stop squeezing your cheeks. It's weird. Just stop.
Not really.
Yeah,
You're weird.
It is weird.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
Yeah.
I just made it weird.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
did.
good job.
Good job, Nick.
I'm sorry. All right. Let's continue. So, if you guys have any questions that you want us to answer, be sure to email us at Giant Sword Podcast or at askgiantsword at gmail.com.
askgiantsword@gmail.com.
Yes.
Got it.
Links below, just to give you a heads up early on in the podcast.
We say that because we got an email this week, but it was total spam saying, yo,
Fam.
cool stuff, man. Check out my channel,
Don't forget fam.
Thanks, fam. I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm going to be sad if he's actually a fan.
That would be, yeah, and we just totally offended him, and he's
Sorry.
all sad. And
Why did you grab a knife?
she always has to hold things during the
I gotta hold
podcast.
something in the podcast.
She has her cosplay knife.
All right. Or
Is that
Joker
a-
knife.
my Joker knife.
It's actually pretty good.
Right.
This is good podcast material, guys.
Yep.
So,
I need to, yeah.
we're sorry we missed last week. We were busy. Our spoiler casts are not going to take the place of episodes. It just happened that week. So that's not going to happen again.
Better to have something than nothing.
Yes. So when our Persona 5 one, which is going to be edited very soon, I'm completing.
Oh, yes, Nick.
Yeah.
Good.
And that won't take over a spot. So that'll be good.
Mhm.
But what have we been playing, guys? I've really not been playing anything.
Quake.
That's not a JRPG.
I mean, something you've been playing, though.
I've
Don't
been-
have to talk
I've been-
about it, but
I've
you
been
just
playing.
say you've
I've been playing
that.
games. I've been playing Quake. I've been playing MechWarrior, and that's it. And yeah, I think I've been playing other stuff. I don't remember. Kind of confused, but that's what I've been playing. I'm actually trying to figure out what to play next, but that's a different topic. Maddie.
I have been playing nothing.
Yeah.
I've been playing HOTS, hardening my resolve to platinum Persona 5, but it hasn't happened yet because real life's getting in the way a lot.
Yeah, and you don't plant them that. Yeah.
I'm planning that.
You got to start a new one. You got to pull a Taylor and play a game.
Play a game?
She's
What kind of game?
She's gonna play Persona 5.
You're
I'm gonna platinum Persona 5.
You're gonna play Ni no Kuni.
I thought I was going to play Trails.
Nah, it's fine.
Oh yeah, Trails of the
Nah, it's
Sky.
playing okay. It's fine.
Again, it's between those two. I haven't decided.
All right,
Because-
get a quarter.
Get a
Flip
quarter,
it.
flip it.
There you go.
Figure
And
it out.
whatever it lands on, it's Trails of the Sky.
Okay.
So, Taylor, what have you been playing other than that topic?
So this isn't a JRPG, but I want to bring it up because you guys are computer people and you'll be able to help me. So the hot game these days with the kids is
Yes,
this game
I know.
called
You're
PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
Kids, huh?
The kids are loving that game.
No idea.
So,
but okay.
So I
He wanted to be part of the popular kids, and he bought it.
yeah.
I'll be a cool kid.
So I was like, oh, this game actually looks cool. It's like, if you don't know what it is, it's a 100-player like multiplayer survival kind of game, but the map is constantly shrinking. So that's kind of the
Oh, I have heard about that game from D&D friends of mine.
yeah. So it seemed cool. I'm like, all right, I want to try this. I bought it, downloaded it, and I can't tell if it's because it's early access or if my computer's just old, but my computer just could not run it. Like I'd play it and it would run at like 2 frames a second and then it would just crash. And I'm like,
To answer your question,
both?
yes.
Yes.
And thankfully, I hadn't played it. I only played it. I think if you log on to my time, it's only like 30 minutes. So I just got a refund. Thank God for Steam refunds, or else I would have been really mad.
How much was
How
it?
much was it?
Only $30, but still.
Indeed.
Yeah. What?
Indeed. Refund. Good.
Indeed. Yeah. And then I was messing around with E's Memories of Celceta on Vita. Fun little game.
Did you beat it? Like, have you beaten it before? Were you replaying? Or
I thought, here's the weird thing. So your Vita will save, like if you've played a game on your home screen, it's got like all the games.
The bubble.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, the E's bubble's still there. So I figured my save file must still be there. When I loaded my game up, I just didn't have a save file. I'm like, well, that sucks.
Well, I never played this game before.
Well,
No, I definitely played. I put in a good like 20, 30 hours or something before, because I remember I was trying to get the platinum, and then at some point I'm like, this is dumb. I'm just gonna play the game, and then I didn't, and so now I booted it up, played like an hour. Fun, you know.
I enjoyed that game. Did
you beat it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was like the end of high school, and I was like, need something on my Vita to play.
Like, here, play this action RPG.
Yeah, it was all right. The story was cool. I figured out who Adol was, because you gotta get his memories back, only for him to lose them again.
It's like every game he loses his memory. That's like the trope of that series.
He gets the girl to like him, and he's like, cool, bye.
Yep, that's the trope, Taylor.
Yeah.
He doesn't lose his memories. The girl falls in love with him, and he's like, "Oh, see, I'm going on my adventure."
Going on my adventure later.
Yep.
It was the action RPG part of it was cool, but I didn't fully like enjoy that kind of game style.
Can't wait for 8.
Yeah,
8 does look fun.
Yeah, usually the Ys games aren't always about the story. It's just kind of there to pull you along. But yeah, it's usually about like the action, hack and slash, leveling up, the cool boss fights, stuff like that. At least that's what I plan for.
And the guitar riffs.
A lot of guitar riffs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good for that. It's definitely good for that.
I remember that's all I heard when you're reviewing E7 was. You're just like, yes, this is my game.
Oh yeah, E7 is probably my favorite PSP game of all time. I remember I beat the game and then like immediately just started playing it, like started from the beginning.
Nice.
I don't know if I've ever done that. And I'm not talking about like the day after. Like I literally beat it and then I literally hit new game like right away.
I did that with Persona 4.
I did that with Persona 5.
Oh, all right, well never mind.
See, I beat it and I'm like, it's not over. New game plus.
Yeah. See, right. I was tempted. Well, I beat it Persona 5 late at night, so I didn't do it for obvious reasons. But like, I remembered what I did with Persona 4, which is immediately start a new game, like get 20 hours in, and be like, okay, burned out of Persona. And I was like, I don't want this. Not going to happen again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to restart it, and I'm going to play through the whole game again without stopping. So that's why I haven't started it yet.
Have you ever beat a new game plus?
Nope.
For Persona 4?
Nope.
No, I did. And I made everyone...
Never beat the secret boss. You made everyone your girlfriend?
Everyone my girlfriend. Apparently there's a huge thing that happens in Persona 5. If you make everyone your girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
There's a scene that happens.
Oh, wow.
I wonder if they all gang up on you.
And I
would be amazing.
And I saw it. And I saw a picture of it and I'm like, oh, I really want to see this.
So is it just the main crew? Or is it all the side girls too?
Oh, wow. God. I can't do that.
So there is a consequence for you doing that.
I can't live with that guilt.
You can do this.
Ooh, you can do it.
That's what I do on my new game plus is I make every girl my girlfriend. That's what I did with Persona 4. That's what I started to do on Persona 3, and no, they wanted to do Persona 5. I'll do that.
Best girl.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's only one girl, and she's not a girl; she's a woman.
Oh my God!
She's the one true pairing. Like it's Nick, it's Joker, and it's Futaba. Okay, no, it's canon.
It's canon. Yeah,
it's not canon.
It's canon.
Canon.
It's not canon.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
No. It is. According to everybody, it's canon.
That's not creepy.
It's creepy.
It's not.
It's creepy because Soji was like, "Why don't I just adopt you?" And it's like, "Okay, that will make things even more awkward."
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
Yeah,
it's awkward.
We've been over this.
Yeah, Nick, do we want to talk about reading a certain someone and what that relationship's like?
Oh, it's amazing.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so good.
Stop.
Speaking of Cold Steel,
woo!
Someone finally beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor?
Yeah?
Be sure to disappoint everyone who's listening right now.
Remember, I'm holding a knife.
So. I will...
do not answer those questions yet.
Not yet? Okay. I'll just have them at the ready. We had Matt Reen Wilson. That's actually his
I know,
name.
I saw that, and I was like, that's great.
Yeah, his Twitter handle is Reenimation, or Reanimation, maybe? I don't know. You can pronounce it multiple ways. But anyway, yeah, beat it, and yeah, it was all right.
There we go. Okay, that's it.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
No, I'll just say real quick. I won't.
You can't spoil it.
No, I'm not going to spoil anything. But
and now you know why we couldn't talk about it at all.
Yeah, what a weird left turn that game takes. It. But I'll just say I genuinely this is not me trolling or whatever. I really was trying to look for some good. I felt like the only really good part story wise in the whole game was the end of chapter 5. Which I think...
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because it was such a departure because the general structure of that game was okay, you're going to do a practical exam on the field, and then you go do a field study, and then it's a free day, and you kind of just repeat that cycle for like 4 field studies, and then like, all right, we're on another field study, and it's like, oh, okay, something interesting, different's happening.
Except that happens in like every field study after the third one, but
that was the only one that always mattered happens. To me. Maybe it was the music or something like that.
It's a great song.
Yeah, because the song gets you all hyped, like, oh yeah, this is all serious. And then it finally catches up to the very beginning of the game, which I still wasn't totally sure. But I was like, oh yeah, this is looking familiar because they're all there and Sarah's there. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, we're at the beginning now. Sarah. It's the only time you can play with her.
Yeah, Nick?
In the first one.
Yeah, she's pretty godlike as a party member. But yeah, it was cool. That part was cool, at least. And I think I mentioned this before. I do like the combat. It's got a good combat style or a good battle system. Flexible, because every party member does something a little different. And I think I only really started getting into like the deeper parts of, like tricking out your characters with the different
courts and stuff.
Yeah, and that was fun. Like once you are doing some of the later end dungeons, you get like really powerful quartz. So I was trying to remember if that's what they were called. So what are orb mints? Are the slots?
Orb mints aren't they just your Arcus unit?
I'm trying to remember.
Like
yeah.
Orb mints are another way of saying like your Arcus unit.
Okay.
Because the Arcus itself is a special
quartz
thing.
In there, and then you have your master quartz, which is a new thing that only Arcus could use.
Yeah, I only switched out the master one once. Because usually the ones that you start with are the best, so I just didn't really change them. But yeah, it's a bummer that it wasn't for me. But
the weirdest thing is that you said you connected with none of the characters, which is like blasphemy to me.
So depressing.
Yeah, just
blasphemy.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't really care much about any of them. So
I don't get it, Maddie. What are your feelings on this right now? How are you feeling?
What do you mean, how am I feeling?
How are you feeling?
I can't tell if Nick's about to turn the volume down. She's going to scream. Or...
I turned it up a little bit. Okay,
I'm sad.
Okay, let me tell you his words to me this morning.
In a text?
Church, right. Talking after church, yeah.
He was like, I don't get how Maddie felt like she was going to break her Vita.
See, well, here's the difference. I think you guys were invested in the characters and you were invested in what was going to happen to them.
Yes.
But because I wasn't, I was just like, there's like literally nothing that can happen right now that would make me care.
Yeah, I was super invested. I just remember like after the final, quote unquote, final boss of the second one
of the second game.
Okay. I felt physically sick.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
And because I had this. You know which one I'm talking about.
I think I do.
The big reveal.
It's
the big reveal, and then the second part happens, and you're like, what?
Oh, and when it like just they say that announcement, and it's just like, oh yeah, Reed, and then it just cuts.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
And I had this I was playing, and it was right before work, and I had to stop right at that moment, and the first thing that pops up is that part where it's like, what's going on right now? Why did it do this? And the entire time at work, I felt physically ill because I thought the game was effing with me, and I was like, holy crap, you can't do that game.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So Taylor, your huge problem. I can't believe you didn't connect with the characters, and I think it's because you skipped through lots of conversations.
No,
and that he started at...
And he also played the game for, 30 hours and took like a year break
no.
and then
okay,
continued
I didn't
playing.
Play 30 hours. I very specifically remember when I booted it up, it was only 12 hours. And then my final gameplay time was 60. So another 46 or 80, whatever that is. I mean...
60. I think I had like 80.
Of course,
I
that's
had
Nick.
like 70.
He always does all this stuff.
I do all side quests. I try to find all the secret side quests.
Yeah,
and then I talk to everyone.
You know what? It's really funny. I literally laughed out loud at one of the last field studies because I remember I joked on when I started replaying Cold Steel and I was talking about it on the podcast, and I'm like, yeah, all the field studies are pretty much just go hunt a monster, go find a lost dog, and then like go shopping for me. And like literally one of the final field studies was help me find my lost cat. And I literally was just like laughing out loud because I'm like, this is so stupid. I was like joking at how lame these quests were, and I'm like, not even gonna bother.
Those are bracer quests.
And then the one that I just knew where it was going, and even Nick said it was boring, was you have this Orbment energy finder, and you have to go around the city finding low energy or something, or high energy, and I'm like, I know where this is going. I'm not gonna bother. This sounds so boring.
And I did, and I don't know what rank you were at the end of the game, but getting higher ranks, you get awesome gear.
You do get some awesome gear.
I think I was either the high end of B or the low end of A, or whatever that is. I was like 280 something, or
no, I think I was A+.
I'm pretty sure it was around A+.
S is hard to get.
Because I never found you're talking about the side stuff for each field set. I didn't know you could find them. The game doesn't really explain
they're hidden quests.
Yeah, and the only one I found was because it was labeled. It was some guy was like had the checklist for the festival, and you had to go find it. So you're like running all over the school trying to find it because he dropped it off the roof or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So that was the only side one in the whole game that like the game doesn't give you in the envelope that I did. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you get to talk to people and you randomly find them.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sad that I didn't like it more. But
I'm sad that you didn't like it more because you're like, oh, I don't want to play 2 now.
I don't want to play the best part.
Yeah.
Well, here's the. I was just going to say something. I lost it. But I think part of it, too, is I know you guys keep saying, oh, I'm going to compare it to Persona 5, but I think part of the problem was that when you guys were...
After Persona 5.
Well, there was that, but I think even when you were trying to get me to play it before Persona 5 even came out, like, you guys were comparing, like, oh, this is, like, just as good as Persona 4. So I was, like, expecting this, like, amazing game, and it just wasn't that, so...
That's what. Well,
I just
still feel it.
Don't get how you didn't connect to any of the characters.
Yeah, this is
the whole point of that game. That literally the reason that game exists is to set up his relationship with the characters.
Well, then I definitely wouldn't care about 2 because if like 1 is set, you care about the characters, and then 2 they go on an adventure together or something.
No,
then I don't.
That's not what happens at all.
Oh god, the intermission of that game is so good.
I can't believe that intermission, dude. I played it twice.
Yeah. Like, yeah, that after that part, I was like, this is going to be a good game.
This is going to be a good game.
But, yeah, this is a very unique Taylor thing, guys. So, the game is good. Like, it's right. Good. If you like Sky, if you like Trails of the Sky, you'll like this game. It's really fun. You connect with the characters, you do explore, I don't know, I enjoy talking to... what it does is it builds worlds really well, and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy finding out what's going on in the world by just talking to other people, and then you being part of that world, and then you see how things are developing around you, and all that stuff. And this game does that really well.
So that's it was really funny because I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm wondering if I'm the only one like this. So I started a NeoGAF thread, and they have these things that they call either late to the party or return to the party threads. And it's basically like, oh, I just got to this game late, or I used to play it, and I'm starting it up again. And so when I last checked, it was about 2 or 3 pages long. And consistently, that's what people said they liked most about it. It's like, oh, it does a really good job of building the world and fleshing it out. Like there's these... this crossbill that wants to be independent. There's the Empire, and there's the other guy, like the Noble, and whatever. But I'm like, I guess that's true. Like each place you go to has got like a distinct feel and like thing they're doing and whatever. But to me, it didn't really relate back to the main plot. And I know you're gonna say it did because there was like the war and the terrorists and all that stuff. But I don't know. It was just kind of slow and just came. Pacing was weird. I think, I don't know. I'm trying not to compare it to Persona because even when you really think about it, it really is nothing like Persona.
No,
that's why I said it's like Persona-like because it has bonding.
Yeah,
it has social links, and then it has that date thing, but it always skips like a week. It isn't. It's like not day by day.
Yeah. So, anyways, it's just an unfortunate set of expectations going into that game. So, yeah,
rotten timing.
Yeah, right after Persona.
After Persona 5, you go into that with extreme heightened expectations.
It's like, everything's got to be Persona 5 now.
Mm-hmm. But I did want to answer reanimation or reanimations questions, and I guess you guys can answer them too. I know we did a spoiler cast, but these aren't necessarily spoilery questions, and if they are, we'll skip over them. But he said, which unresolved plot elements annoyed you the most due to the game being split into two?
Well, I can't. They don't annoy me anymore. I could talk about the Cold Steel 2's plot points.
Oh my god, I'm so frustrated.
Well, we're talking about just one though, and,
okay,
frankly, it didn't. Because I didn't care, nothing frustrated me, so I just don't care.
Well, I could answer this one really clearly.
Without spoiling anything?
Without spoiling anything.
I know, I won't spoil anything.
All right.
It's, okay, maybe that will spoil something if you haven't played the game. Darn it! Well, that's hard then. You can't really answer that unless you've played Cold Steel 1 and know about it.
Yeah, we can't really talk about it.
You can't talk about, you can't answer that question at all unless we're just like, spoilers.
Spoilers, but I don't want to talk about spoilers.
Okay.
So, I could say, the one thing that bugged me, because I had to wait for the second game, was just the ending, pretty much.
Oh god, that infuriated me.
And, yeah, that's the only thing that really bugged me.
I mean, but that was what they were going for, so it's not like it was a fault in development. It was, they did this cliffhanger very well.
The second one is the one where we want to talk about, because there's so much things that are not answered.
Oh, tell me about it. I could kind of generally answer my like second annoyance.
Okay. Sorry, go.
Thank
I thought you were done.
No, it was a Reen story arc that never gets
that one
solved.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that at the end of Cold Steel 1, that made me so mad. I was like, okay, what's up with him?
Yeah, what I thought is he was gonna like, how do I say this in vague terms? I thought he was gonna bust it out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And like come back, and I'm like, oh no, okay. Nope.
Something else happens instead.
Yeah.
Something awesome happens.
So,
but that and some characters like I'm gonna this. If you played this, you know what I'm talking about. The maid for the Class 7. I want to know her backstory, because there's a lot of interesting, especially since if you played Sky, it's even more.
I think that only grew because of Sky, didn't it?
No, I was still interested.
You never talked to me about the maid beforehand.
Well, other than that, she likes to tease Reen, but
oh, is she in Sky?
No, it's just her backstory.
Oh, okay.
It ties in the Sky, or not really ties in the Sky. Just her backstory is like the group that she's part of.
Her backstory is a thing that exists, but we don't know.
Oh, okay.
How about that?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just the way she talks to her always made me fun. It made me laugh.
Okay.
This is all very specific, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more general. So the original question was, which non-party member schoolmate did you like the most, and why? And I want to just say which non-party member. I'm just gonna say which non-party member. Because there's really only like 2 other schoolmates that you talk to that aren't in your party.
Hey, he said schoolmates, not something else, so don't you dare answer that. No, she's not. Okay? Nick?
But she's also a party member if you're going to say the teacher.
Okay. Well,
that's no spoiler, because it happens like literally at the beginning of the game.
I connected the Toa.
Yeah, I was going to... That's what I
Toa
would have said.
and Angelica. Angelica was pretty interesting. I really want to know more about the engineer. What's the engineer's name? George. Yeah, I want to know him. But that's more of a story subplot in the 2, though.
I'll take it back. I actually kind of liked Angelica, because she was a little rambunctious and kind of silly.
Her mannerisms were pretty interesting.
She's Olivier, but girl form. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she was
Prince Olivert.
Prince Olivert.
Sorry. I'm okay. It's Olivier Olivert.
I don't know what it is, but
we don't know what it is, but we say it both ways. You could answer Taylor before I answer.
No, I would say Toa probably, because technically great. Angelica,
Toa. Because that's all 2. Toa is interesting. I like Toa because she's a student council president. And she has like so much on her plate, and just when you get to know her, it's more awesome. And then there's this plot in the middle of it that makes me really feel for Toa.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh no, but
she's really cute too.
Yeah, she's tiny and
she's
cute.
Adorable.
And she was going to be my waifu until someone else got.
Yeah, we all know who that is. Anyway, he only says it like once a podcast.
My avatar for PSN.
It's true. The only like character that was like non-party member was basically like that was interesting was Toa for me. I didn't really
Patrick.
No, I don't care about that.
Patrick?
Oh my god!
Who's Patrick?
Just remind me real quick.
No. He's an annoying character. He's the Reen's rival, the noble.
He's a
the guy
noble.
white
who likes his sister.
Okay.
No, got it. Elise.
Prince Elfin or Princess Elfin.
No, Elise.
Okay.
That's your favorite one?
Yeah, because I don't like the way Princess Elfin acts towards him, and Elise. I don't know. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Elise.
All right.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, granted, yeah.
I like the fishing guy and the gardening girl.
The gardening girl.
Oh,
How about-
Haru? Yeah, she's
How about
awesome.
the occult master?
Oh, she's kind of
mistress?
weird. Yeah, she's pretty weird.
That's even weirder.
Actually, she is kind of interesting, especially in two.
It's
Two is
really
creepy.
funny.
All right, so I know typically throughout the game you're assigned a group, but when you had the opportunity, what was your main party setup?
Do you remember?
Actually, I loaded up my file. Remember when I looked at it?
That
and
was my file.
No.
Oh no,
I
for
loaded
that,
up
for that.
mine.
Yeah, right.
And apparently, I used Laura, Gaius,
I thought.
Elliot,
Oh.
Okay,
and
that's it.
someone else. I forgot who it was.
Emma.
That
It
was
might have
Fee.
been. It might have been Emma.
See,
No, I didn't have
Emma.
Fee in my
Oh,
party.
okay,
It was
Emma.
the weirdest thing. Maybe I was just thinking of two. But
You might have been.
yeah, but that was like the party I had at the end of the game.
I always had Elisa,
Of course.
Elliot, and for one, it was Laura. For
We
sure.
all
Because
pretty much
Laura
had-
hits hard,
Yeah.
and then Gaius always dodges.
Nope. You don't need Gaius.
Because then you would dodge, and I would always have a critical counter, and then I would always get a burst.
Nice.
Good job, Nick.
Yeah, it sounds like we all pretty much had the same party. I also had Laura and Elliot, but then I kind of swapped between Emma and Milliam. Although near the end of the game, Milliam, she just stopped hitting hard for some reason. I don't know if I didn't keep her weapons upgraded or something, but I just remember having her in my party. I'm like, oh, she kind of sucks now. So,
did she always hit the crits? Is that why?
her arts would do a ton of damage, or her crafts or whatever. But yeah, it was usually
Her
Emma.
Arts and crafts.
But yeah, it was like the two melee characters that just hit super hard, and then my two casters that could heal and give buffs and stuff like that. Like I was telling Nick, near the end of the game, and kind of in the final dungeon, Laura, I gave her this oh my gosh,
Domination.
Yeah, I gave her domination, and what it does is your first attack does double damage. And so I usually would just do the whirlwind spinning attack, and it would just literally kill everybody in one hit. It was awesome. And you get all those extra buffs, and you get extra XP for stuff. So it was usually 2 to 3 times more every battle, just because she would destroy everybody.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So yep. Okay, so did you feel the reveals of C and Vita were foreshadowed well enough, or did they feel sudden?
I think
I think you could figure it out if you were looking hard enough, because apparently Kathleen figured C out pretty fast.
Yeah, but Kathleen has an eye for that kind of stuff.
And
At day one, she was like, oh.
Yeah. Vita, they put a lot of emphasis on and then I noticed
Anyway,
You can edit that out.
yeah, you just took wow, you just gave that away.
we'll put a
Okay.
put a laugh at.
No, God, blurb that out. Anyway,
I totally spoiled something right
I noticed
there.
these two characters looked exactly alike. I like. I thought, yeah, don't say anything. Just shut up. Just shut up right now. I liked the hint, because I like kind of the emphasis on the relaxing, the bed times, chill every I don't know, I want to say it's Sunday night.
Wait, one question.
Yo.
If you decided to stay in, you have the choice when you're in your dorm room to go out and talk to people or stay in your room. Mm-hmm. When you stay in your room, do you just listen to a bedtime?
Yeah. You just basically skip the interactions you could get before.
I've done both usually.
Like, is that what happens though? Is it he listens to a bedtime?
I think so.
He always listens to a bedtime.
Because I never picked the option to stay in my room because I always wanted to talk to people.
Yeah. Oh, you always talk to people and you go back in your room and you listen to a bedtime.
It's true. So, why would you give you the choice? I don't know.
Because it's like for people for Taylor who just want to just keep going and chug through it, or people like you who just want to talk to everybody.
Yeah, I want to know.
So do I. I usually wanted to know. I just like the just how certain characters interacted. That there was a point where I think Emma like sniffs you after a certain moment, and she's like, there's just like a little thought bubble, just like, that smell, could it be ... and then just ends. I'm just like, okay, that's
like, what's that?
That's interesting right there, but you kind of you don't quite make the connection usually. I definitely didn't see. I'm kind of upset I didn't see C coming, but Vita, I kind of was just like, oh.
Yeah, I figured Vita out.
I'm mad at myself about the other one. I totally dropped the ball.
I had somebody in mind for C, but it totally wasn't.
I have an idea who.
Wait, so you were wrong?
Yeah, I was wrong.
Oh wow, I thought he had it.
I have a feeling he thought it was Eustace's brother.
No,
no.
I thought it was. I thought it was Fee's old boss. Is who I thought it was.
Ooh,
good guess.
That was a good guess.
Yeah, because those guys show up later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, those reveals are pretty cool.
Let's see. Which party member's backstory are you looking forward to learning more about in the sequel? Nobody's, because I'm not going to play a sequel.
And we already know. I'm not going to
talk about it.
If I think back, what character's backstory was I most excited to learn about? Reen.
Yeah.
I was most excited to learn about Reen's freaking backstory.
Well, I guess technically it would be Emma, because there's so many little things that don't really get fully explained, so I would probably say hers. And Reen, too, I guess.
So I wanted Reen. And then I wanted to see how far they would go with.
Oh God, with your waifu.
And they delivered.
All right,
but let's move on.
No, it was Reen, and that's pretty much it. Really.
Yeah, Reen was the biggest one. I was just.
I wanted to know a little bit more of. Well, I wanted to know a little bit more of Fee. Sarah, obviously, because she has some past.
Emma, I could see. I was kind of interested in Emma as well because.
Laura, but Laura was alright.
I
didn't care about Machias or Eustace, and I didn't care for Elisa, and I'm sorry, Maddie.
I'm so mad at you.
But the funny thing is that I bonded with her like completely. Even though
there's a bonding event in 2 that's just so good.
Then there's one more. What was your favorite S-craft? Which, for me, it was probably Radiant Blade Dance from Laura, just because it hits everybody and does a ton of damage. Huh?
What?
The second...
Oh, it's the second one. You're so used to that?
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I was going to say Reen's second one.
Yeah, that's the coolest one.
You could just say that, Reen's second
what's
one.
What's it called? It's like Azure... It's not Azure. It's just... What's it called? Just Flame...
Flame Slash?
Flame Slash.
Is that what it's called?
I just like Reen's S-Craft because
he creates fire.
He creates fire on his blade and just slices people in two. Okay, I think I've said this. I said this on the spoiler cast, but I just love the way he unlocks it. This isn't really a spoiler. It's just basically, whoa, we're going into a battle. Oh, it's just against this tough guy. Reen has an epiphany. He can use his S-Craft. That's the reveal?
It's just so matter of fact.
It's just like, oh, I get it now.
It's like, I'm actually in trouble, so I'm going to, actually use the skill I have.
Use the skill I have. And then after, she's like, Reen, what was that? She's like, just a thing I've been working on.
And then Laura's like, I hate you so much.
Yeah. Reen's S-Craft.
Yeah.
Elliot's S-Craft.
Which does what?
It raises everyone from the dead, doesn't it?
And heals.
And heals.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it did just a bunch of damage. Mm-hmm. Does he get a second version?
Oh no. Should I laugh that too?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not really a spoiler. I thought he had a healing one.
No, I think that was the other.
Oh, it's in 2?
Wait, is the first one?
No, the first one's damage.
Oh, it is?
The first one's damage.
He has a healing ass crap.
He has a healing ass
All right,
crap.
whatever. That's not really a spoiler. It's just an attack thing.
One that looked really... I think it's fun in one. One looks just really, like, magical and mystic. It's like, what? How did she do that? Emma's where she summons
She
just summons like a god.
Yeah, and she's like on top of this castle. I'm
She's
like,
just
okay.
like, I'm so sorry. You just gave something away again.
God damn it, Nick.
I laughed that one too. You freaking idiot!
All right, well, Nick continues to spoil this game, and we're going to edit a lot of it out. So we're just going to move on.
Such a great podcast.
Oh, sorry.
Bleep.
So, we got some news we want to talk about?
Oh, 1 second. I gotta recover from that. That's just
It's twice.
twice in
I mean,
one-
technically
usually-
3 times, but
I'm usually good at not spoiling things.
Oh, okay, so real quick, so remember you kept telling me not to look at the art book? Was it in the art book? Is that what? What was it?
No, it actually.
No, we're just whatever. We're cutting this all.
Are we cutting this all out?
Laugh it again.
Oh,
Jesus, Taylor.
Jesus, Taylor!
I thought we were just having a casual conversation, and
No.
we're going to edit all this out.
No.
Well, you said I needed to take a second to...
Yeah, but you guys kept talking.
God damn it! Just like, what's the big spoiler part of the podcast?
No,
God.
it tells you a lot of stuff about this, a lot of plot about the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So, shall we get on to
damn it.
some news then?
Okay, here's the actual lap. Beep.
This is really old news. We were going to talk about this last week, but let's talk about it now. The main, what was it? The main director?
Main director.
Yeah. Katsuro Hashino, I believe his name is.
Persona had like a letter, sent a letter to PlayStation Blog for the fans of the Western fans, and how he was so surprised at how popular it is, and like, man, they really don't know how popular Persona is in the States. But now they know. Hopefully,
And then gotta deliver an enemy.
Yep. He said that, but there's this one line saying that he handed off the Persona series to his successors while he works on the new fantasy RPG. And I don't know, like, people are, you guys are freaking out. Or like, what's this mean about Persona 5?
What does this mean?
And I think it's going to be fine. It's like, the team's still going to be working on Persona,
Yeah,
but he's going to be like in the background, like, if he needs...
I imagine he'll have like a producer role, like he'll come in like, nope, change that. Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Because they have the art guy and the
as
music
long
guy
as
still.
thank God the art guy is key, but also the music guy. Like as soon as he leaves, it's gonna be
Shoji
weird.
Meguro. Yeah, Meguro. Yeah.
No.
But I feel like
music, man.
after there's been 3 games of the new Persona formula. I feel like they kind of have it down. It's just like, okay, there's the school life and there's the other world life, and they just sort of have to figure out a plot. And I think the writing is really what's key. And obviously, he's the director; he's not the writer. So I think that's the key. As long as they can keep the writing really high quality, because I think that's what a lot of people kind of Persona 4, like the characters and that type of thing. So as long as the writing's up to par, then
if they do Persona 6, is it going to be an upbeat story like 4, or is it going to be a downer?
I mean, I'm assuming a lot of people like the story of Persona 5,
Or is it going to be Persona 5 too?
nah.
I don't. That's Persona 5 Arena.
Yeah, they usually don't. I mean, so far outside of the 2 Persona 2s, they don't really do direct sequels. They just kind of keep doing their own different things. So, but yeah, like it was interesting because 3 was pretty much a downer, 4 was really happy, and then 5 was kind of somewhere in the middle. So I wonder if, I think they might go a little bit swinging more towards the positive, cheery side.
I'm just amazed. I remember looking at the dates for the Persona 3 and Persona 4. Persona 3 came out in 2006. Persona 5 came out in 2008. It's only 2 years.
You mean Persona 4?
Persona 4, yeah. And that was 2 years. And in the middle was Fez.
Yeah.
So...
now that they have because they were basically rebuilding the whole way the game kind of worked with Persona 5.
Now they have the
now
Persona
they have
5
that.
engine. Will they shoot out a sequel real quick?
I'm hoping. I think they'll get at least one more out before PS5 comes out. Which people keep saying, "Oh yeah, it's coming out in like 2018." I'm like, you guys are crazy. They're not. I mean, Persona. Dang it, PS4 is doing so well. Like it's just selling like crazy. Like no, like don't. Why? Just don't bother. They have the Pro. The Pro. If you want more juice for your games, just make it a Pro exclusive or something, or a Scorpio exclusive or whatever. Just it's fine. So I think they'll be able to get one out because, like you said, they've got the engine ready to go. Now that I think the big thing is updating all the monster designs, because they usually share monsters over games like Pyrojack and Mothman and blah blah blah. So now that they have all those monsters made and all their animations, they can just reuse all that.
Well, before they had
They updated the animations and stuff.
before they had unique monsters. Now they're actual personas.
And I like that because of the whole mechanic that was used. In the next game, depending on what it is, it wouldn't make sense for you to barter with your personas.
No, they do that in Persona 1 and 2. That's not a new mechanic.
Oh, it's not a new mechanic?
It was just a returning one.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So they could do the same thing.
They could do the same thing,
like, instead of, like, they have their guns out, it's more like, they're surrounding them.
Yeah, they'll have to think of a different way to knock them down or whatever.
That's the thing is, like, God, guns. I love guns in this game. But they're talking about how we're hoping Persona 6 comes out in 2 or so years. I'm like, that would be great if they do that, but as long as they have a story, like, make a well-written story.
Well, they had Persona 4 come out in 2 years.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean,
that's what I was saying.
We're running 3 games, most like all really good stories.
So 2018 is going to be the Persona 5 remake, or they're going to be the Fez version where they add stuff to it, and then 2019 is going to be Persona 6.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Nope, different. It's going to be different.
I'd be down if it came out in 2019, just a couple of years.
Yeah.
But I think the way games are nowadays, it just takes longer. So probably 3 years is probably a safe bet. But who knows? Who knows? They might be able to pop it out.
But yeah, so that, like, you guys are still not worried that I'm not worried.
I'm not freaking out.
Still Atlas. He's still in Atlas.
Yeah.
And the main core is still there, yeah?
Yeah, and then the new fantasy game, is it going to be a fantasy game with social links? Is that what's going to happen?
I have no idea what it's going to be. They started a new studio. I think it was called Studio Zero specifically for that game. And they haven't really said anything about what it's going to be like, other than they've shown a couple bits of art, and it's going to be in a kind of traditional fantasy setting.
Well, Atlas makes good games. I mean, good RPGs. So,
well, I remember reading something about the philosophy behind that game. They said, Persona was a series that wanted to go against the conventions of games that were out at that time, like Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy and Tales and stuff. Like, it was modern and kind of hip and stuff. And so they said, we want to tackle a traditional fantasy game with our know-how of what we did with Persona. So
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be like open world or anything, but it's just gonna be more of a fantasy type setting.
I just love Persona as a game that teaches you about life.
Well, we're not gonna have that here in the fantasy one.
Well, you never know.
No. That's what I like about Persona. Like, I don't know. Just when I played Persona 4, it helped me break out of my shell in high school.
She fought her shadow.
I fought my shadow. Literally. And Persona 5, I'm just like, it helps me through work sometimes.
It gives me things to buy.
It gives me plenty of things to buy.
So much stuff.
I just need anime.
Well, here's
just saying, I need it.
The thing I'm confident in too is, after Persona 4, that team made Catherine, which is like not like that at all. Like, it's a puzzle game, and there's some socially elements where you have to like pick between the two girls. He's kind of deciding what to do with his life, and that game was awesome. I think very well received. People liked it. I think it sold pretty well. So if they're going to branch off and do something new again, I'm pretty confident that they can do that. They can experiment. So,
yeah. I mean, they made a fighting game and a really good rhythm game.
Arc System Works made the fighting game.
Yeah,
they do Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear.
Persona 5 Arena has to look
dude,
like
if it looked like Guilty Gear
Zerd,
dude, that'd be amazing. Like the new style, not the pixel style. Yeah. Like, oh my god,
if it looked like that would
unbelievable.
Be amazing. And Maddie's like, how are they gonna do the story? Well, it's obviously what they're gonna do. He's gonna come back in Golden Week, and the metaverse is gonna appear again, and something's gonna happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I remember
they all turn into the uniforms. Yes.
Amazing. But I remember when I first saw the new Guilty Gear, because at first I'm like, oh cool, it's a 2D game, but then when they do the super moves, it like tilts the characters 3D. I'm like, what? That's a 3D character model? It was unbelievable. At the time, like no game was doing anything like that. It was crazy.
No game's still doing it like that. Yeah. That is an amazing style. And it needs to come back as a different game as well.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go online, look up some YouTube videos of Guilty Gear. Was it Zerd, the new one that did that? Or
Guilty Gear Zerd. And there's a new one that just came out. It's this
Revelator 2 or something.
But it's just an add-on pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that'd be cool.
yes, I really enjoyed playing Arena, except against Taylor's Teddy, which is
I would just destroy him.
Yeah, Taylor's Teddy is unbeatable.
It's godlike.
Sublime.
It's good.
We all know who my main character is going to be.
Joker.
The Joker.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about it. Joker. Who would you play as?
Futaba?
I would be Makoto.
What if you could play as Futaba?
You can't. Futaba is probably going to be the announcer. Like, oh wait.
Yeah, but
maybe.
Rise was a character.
In the second one.
Yeah.
She just hacks you.
Yeah.
She just has a
Computers.
bunch of, like, yeah. Just in a big like mech or something.
Oh my god.
She just
That'd be
floats
awesome.
around.
She floats around in
creates,
her-
like different hacks and like
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be,
Cool.
yeah.
Hmm.
But Joker.
Joker.
I would have thought you'd play as Chie.
Mm.
As your main.
Okay, so
And-
Persona 5 Arena is going to have returning characters. They're going to be old. So
do you think Persona 4 characters are going to return in Persona 5?
Yeah, definitely. And they're going to look older like the Persona 3 ones.
That'd be cool.
So that's the cool thing. Like, they better make this because I want to see Persona 3 characters.
Well, they did have all those
Dude,
websites.
Yunaro Kami coming back!
Yeah, and you get to see him as a 20-year-old.
Holy crap.
And then you also get to see the Persona
And you
3
get to see
character.
Nanako as a fighter,
Nanako,
obviously. That's
yeah.
what I really,
Nanako is a 12-year-old.
Yeah, 12-year-old.
Well, there's like that little kid in Persona 3 with the dog.
Ken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ken.
Wasn't he older? He was in high school
He was.
when it switched.
I think Ken's actually in Ultimax, actually.
No, he is with Koromaru.
Yeah.
With Koromaru, yeah.
And yeah, so you're going to see all of them again. And they're even older. So, it'll be cool. I mean, I would love to see Persona 5 Arena.
Yeah.
Atlas, do it.
Persona 5 Racing.
Sorry, 1 second, Atlas. Make an anime first. Thank you.
They could do both.
They don't make their own anime. They have somebody else that
That's
does
true.
it.
Yeah,
Just make sure you are funding an anime for Persona 5.
Okay.
I need it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Would you have it?
What do you think she needs it, Nick?
I think I might need it.
I don't.
I don't think she needs it. I think she wants it.
I think I need it.
She doesn't need it. Like if it wasn't, if it
I need
doesn't,
my fix.
if it didn't exist, I don't think she would care that much. I mean, she has
What?
the game. If it does never came out,
Yes,
she would
but you
forget
don't
about it.
know who he really is.
Yeah, he's gonna be just like you. He's gonna be silent.
No, he's
gonna
not.
have he's gonna,
He has a backstory in the game.
He's gonna be called a man whore again, and it's gonna happen. And then
Done.
at the end of the end, he's all gonna get beat. No, he's gonna get beat up by his dates.
That'd be awesome.
Okay.
That'd be amazing.
Fucking stupid. How many times do you want to give away things?
All right. Anyway,
All
so
right, I know the name of this game. This
bleep.
bleep. That is.
All right. So then the next story we had was Bandai Namco announced. They usually whenever they announce, when a company announces a new system, they have that like splash screen with a bunch of developer logos, whatever. So Bandai Namco obviously was one of the ones for Switch, and I think this was fairly recently, but they said by the end of March 2018 they're going to have Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, a unnamed Tales game, and then I think it was something else like Naruto or I don't know. I forgot.
Tales of Hysteria XD edition. Which
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Which fixes all the bugs and adds more story events.
Does it make it a
Wow.
good game though?
Maddie, stop threatening him with the knife.
No, but I could potentially see them doing like a Berseria Zestiria combo pack or something. I mean,
Maybe Tales of Hysteria F.
it could be because I just
What? I don't see that.
Has a future arc.
Has a future arc, but wait. Oh.
Maddie's freaking out now.
well they haven't really done that before. I mean, I know they did it
They did it
with Graces, but we never got the first Graces.
I know, but Graces
Graces was really a Wii game, I think.
yeah, the original
in Japan.
Graces was a Wii game, but they also had a PS3 version that came out like I think near the same time, and that had the F arc on it.
Now that Berseria makes sense, the F arc would make so much more sense.
What, Berseria F arc?
No, the Zestiria F arc.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Gotta love those farks.
Instead of Tales of Hysteria F, it's Tales of Hysteria P. It's a past arc. And you get to know what happens in between, in between Zestiria and Berseria.
I mean, okay, but an F arc would be pretty dope.
That was a critical hit Persona face right there.
Mm-hmm.
With your eyes.
Yep. Real nice.
But
I just don't think, because when did Berseria came out in here? It came out in February.
It
right?
came out in it came out April 4th. No, that was Persona.
Berseria?
My bad.
It was February.
It was February.
That was like the Japan month of death. That was like Resident Evil and Yakuza and Gravity Rush and.
Yep. And I was kind of annoyed because I had to. No, it wasn't in January.
I think it was in January.
Yeah, I don't think. I think it was like.
Yeah, it was January like 24th or something.
To the internet, but.
Actually, you might be right. But I just think that's too... I think Tales is becoming... And we're going to talk about this on a future episode, but I think Tales is becoming like Assassin's Creed in a way. They just keep churning them out, and they're not taking the time to like get them as good as they could be, I think.
Except Berseria is really good.
It is really good. But
I've heard that. I've heard that Tales of Berseria is one of the best ones in years.
Oh my god.
Super good. Super
Just
good. But it does need to fix some things. It needs to improve on the Tales formula. It needs world maps.
Needs world maps?
Oh, you guys are right. So it came out January 27th.
Ooh, I was close.
27th.
I knew it was in 20.
And it came out last August in Japan. So a year and a half or 2 years, like that's too quick, I think.
Wait, when's the Tales Festival?
It's usually in the summer.
Is it in the summer? Well, we're definitely going to get a teaser of the new one.
Yeah.
And I wonder what it's going to be. I really do.
I think it'll be a new thing. I hope.
It's going to be the in-between.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's something there.
There's definitely something there.
Please.
Please.
Says the person who hasn't finished Hysteria and hasn't played Berseria.
I need Tales of Destiny DC.
Tales of Destiny 3?
No, I need...
What if they had a 3?
I'll be pissed because we're not going to get it. Because 2 hasn't come out in the States.
But what if they did this, Nick? Hear me out. Right. So they announced 3, and then in America, they have like a triple pack. When you buy 3, you get the Tales remake in HD, and you get the real Tales 2 in HD.
Or Tales of Destiny 3 coming out in 2018 or beginning of 2019. And in between, they released the double pack with HD. I would die a happy man.
I would die happy man.
That would be my Final Fantasy VII remake announcement.
I want to see Nick have that kind of reaction.
You already know what I'm going to be like. I'm going to be like,
yeah, okay.
All right.
Awesome. Okay.
Guys, I'm going to go to the bathroom and don't bother me.
Yep.
But yeah, that'd be cool. That final E3 episode is coming up soon. That's going to be a fun one.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
But yeah, for the Switch Tales game, it's either going to be like an enhanced version of Hysteria or just a port of an older one.
I hope so, because you're making a good point before we started the podcast. Like, that's sort of an underpowered machine compared to the PS4, and I don't want them to make stuff on old hardware anymore. It's like, no, just go on PS4. It's the number one selling system. Just make it as good as it can be.
It'll kind of suck if they do an upgraded version of like Hysteria for the Wii Switch, because
I would get one.
I know you'd get one, but like,
I mean, I still need to get one. It would suck
because I was like, release it for the higher powered stuff.
Maybe they will. It already got released.
Maybe
no, like an upgraded version of the game, like having an F arc kind of.
Think of it like this. So Persona 4 was on console, and then it had a handheld version.
Yeah.
So that was... I mean, technically, Vita's probably on par, or maybe a little more powerful than PS2.
I really want to compare those. I want to see how different they look.
What's that?
The golden and the regular PS2 one?
I mean, they look similar. I mean, obviously, the HD, it looks nicer and stuff, but they didn't, like, update the character models or anything.
But if they do a new Tales game, I'll be mad if it was a mothership title. But if they do, it's probably going to be like a side title. You know, like Tales of Symphonia 3 or something like that.
Dude, people would freak out. People love Tales of Symphonia.
But they don't like Symphonia 2.
Dawn of the New World or Radiant New World
Radiant
or whatever.
Hysteria? No, that's something else.
That's
an actual game. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, Tales. What they need one thing, and they need to make it good and fit in the Tales of series.
Make it a side-scrolling one.
Social links.
Everything's better with social links.
Everything is better with social links.
That's how they revived Fire Emblem, and now it's like a huge franchise for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine that, man? You go like you. It's not like
it wouldn't be Tails.
The
way they bond, the way they bond is through events
exactly.
and through stuff like that.
That's what I'm talking about. You go into a city or everything. You see the events everywhere, and during the events, sometimes you get closer to someone.
And you want being closer to someone make them more powerful?
Yes, gives you abilities. They sort of did that in Xillia.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
You're aren't you like combined with someone, and then you have like a rank, you have like a rank, and they did that in Hearts too.
That was like the first JRPG I've ever played, and I've kind of forgotten like the whole system.
Yeah, Hearts you have like a like rank.
Huh. I never played.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like linking in Trails of Cold Steel.
Yeah.
But that's not really like bonding with them. It's
I know,
just how well they fight together.
So, I know exactly, but they have done something similar to that. So imagine them doing that, but like they have events in like certain cities, and you bond with a certain character, and like if you want, you could get more backstory with these characters and stuff like that. More events, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, but I would be kind of mad if they did that, but then they made it limited, because then I would. I kind of like the fact that when I play a Tales game, usually I could see everything first shot. Usually, right? Mm-hmm. I liked that about Tales. Mm-hmm. So if they add this system and they make it so you have limited times to do this, limited ways to do this,
day and night cycle. So when you do an event, your daytime changes.
You're just making it into Persona.
Amazing.
No, that's not Tales.
Tales needs to do something.
You're talking to one of the biggest Tales fans of all time, who's played a lot and beaten a lot of them.
All time.
Okay, Nick. Mm-hmm. Sorry for having an opinion.
Yeah, your opinion's wrong. No, it's just
his opinion. He has a terrible opinion.
Yeah, my opinion's awful. It just they need to change something, and this is what RPGs are moving towards. So how would you integrate that to a Tales game? That, my friends, is a topic for another episode.
Oh, it's a cliffhanger.
Dun 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 dun. This ends right there.
Okay.
Why are you giving me that look, Maddie?
She hates you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Maddie. It just
are you sorry?
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Adds to the podcast.
It adds to the podcast.
Adds to the podcast.
But like you do it in real life as well. So like.
So who? No, I don't. Who's?
You shut me down all the time.
Who's going to Fanime?
Me.
Yeah. So we are going to Fanime.
Woo!
I think I think we're just going to go for Saturday.
Yeah, we're just going Saturday.
Which is probably for the best, because that's usually when the lines have died down, and yeah, it's not as crowded. And usually by then, yeah, it's just not as crowded. Because I remember I went a few years ago, and like I was there for 3 days. It's technically a 4-day event. It goes till Sunday, I think. And after the second day, I'm like, my God, I'm ready to be done. But I just wanted to go Saturday to get my money's worth. So going Saturday is probably the best day, and I'm probably going to spend way too much money at the Artist Alley.
Yep.
Which is always fun. So
you're gonna splurge.
Yeah.
You're gonna do your job for like a whole day to get a bunch of money for Fanime, and
exactly.
Then. Right.
So yeah, if you're going to Fanime, let us know. We'll be there. We're gonna try to hang out with the Easy Alleys. Maybe do a video. No promises, but we'll see.
Cool. Maddie will be Joker.
I will be Joker.
Holding
my Joker. Yep, got the boots today.
Yeah, we're not talking about Persona 5 Joker. She's gonna be the Joker. She's gonna be a Batman as well.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Revenge.
People have no idea what you just did.
It's fine.
Right.
It's just the Joker being weird.
Yeah. The actual Joker. This is getting confusing. Just call him Akira.
Akira Kurusu. That's his name. I'm Akira.
Oh. Totally forgot about this.
Oh my God.
All right. Guys, we're going to start doing a new segment at the end of podcasts.
Oh.
All right. We're going to do like this book club spoiler cast kind of thing, or spoiler part at the end of every episode. We're all going to pick a game. We're all going to play it to a certain section, and we'll talk about it. And the first game we're going to be talking about, Final Fantasy Tactics. Yeah. So we get to... I want to go all the way to the end of the first chapter.
I think that's pretty far.
Is that pretty far? Either that or right before the end of it, where you get the last 3 missions.
Okay.
So
we'll just play a good amount.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about it. And we'll help you out, Maddie.
Yeah, we'll definitely help you out.
We won't be like,
yeah, scrub. Gosh, you don't know about this? What are you? 18? This game. Gosh.
True story, bro.
I think the game is actually older than Maddie.
I think, it's like 98. When were you born?
98.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you go. It's as old Maddie. It's funny. But yeah, so we're going to start doing that starting next week. Actually, we're going to have a guest on next week.
Yeah, it'll be a very Tales-heavy podcast.
Looking forward to it.
Good. It's going to be fun.
Don't do it. That's not how you hold it, man.
I'm pretending to stab you like a psycho killer.
Yeah, but...
These guys, Maya and Harry are right now, are trying to stab each other, and it's with a knife. With this giant knife that's like a foot long.
Dude, I've been practicing my toss.
So, I'm going to end it before someone dies.
Uh-huh.
And thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Give us a rating on iTunes if you're listening on iTunes. It would help us out greatly. Be sure to share this everywhere you are. Spam it. Just spam it everywhere.
Spam it everywhere. Just go.
You like Call of Duty? Here's a JRPG podcast.
Yep.
Just do it.
And smash that like button.
Yeah, smash that like button.
Smash it.
Help us out. Thanks for listening, guys. It's awesome that we actually have an audience.
People actually watch.
People
you like us.
I know, right? Goodbye.